Well, welcome back to Where Creative Minds Meet. My second guest for today is my good friend and wonderful poet, Enedina Castañeda. Welcome, Enedina. I'm so happy to have you here.
Thank you, Patty, for the invitation. Gracias por invitarme.
De nada. Enedina, you've been doing poetry for quite some time. How long and when did you get started?
Yes, Patty, I started when I was little. I started doing poetry ever since before I learned how to read and write. I didn't know, it was something natural. Empecé antes de que aprendiera a leer y a escribir, no sé, tendría 4 o 5 años y era algo natural. I didn't know how to read or write, but I was still creating. And of course, those verses went away because I didn't have the skills to write it down. No tenía la habilidad de leer y escribir, así que esas creaciones se fueron al viento.
Claro, no, I understand. And so you've been writing some beautiful poetry because I've heard your performances. I've seen you do things. What is it that inspires you when you start coming up with these beautiful words? What gives you?
Basically, my inspiration, Patty, comes from the things that surround me. Todo lo que me rodea me inspira. Life in itself, la vida en sí misma, people, sounds, what I smell, everything that surrounds me. Todo lo que me rodea. Los artistas tenemos nuestros 5 sentidos o 6 sentidos bien abiertos. We have all of our senses, open. We perceive.
Yeah.
So that's how I create. I perceive. I'm very sensitive, so I perceive from things that surround me. Todo lo que me rodea me inspira.
Oh, tan bonito. That's beautiful.
Thank you,
That's
gracias.
Wonderful. If you had a chance to talk to, and I know you do because you are also a high school teacher.
Yes.
So you have a chance to talk to these young, inspiring artists. What would you tell them? What advice would you give them?
I would tell them to follow their dreams, to follow their passion, even if it seems unrealistic.
Yeah.
They shouldn't let other people tell them that, oh, I don't like it, or to influence it in a negative way. Because, artists, sometimes we do not go with what seems realistic or normal,
Yeah.
but we shouldn't let that stop us from doing what we do. So I would advise them to follow their passion and their dreams. Yo les diría que siguieran su pasión, sus sueños, que no dejen que otras personas les influyan en una manera negativa. Que sigan lo que les gusta hacer, su pasión. Si les gusta pintar, que pinten, aunque a la gente no le guste cómo pinte el artista, que ellos sigan si les gusta. Si les gusta cantar, si es lo que les gusta hacer, que continúen, que sigan ese sueño.
I know you've done a lot of performances. You've been to a lot of places. So can you tell us a little bit about your work?
Yes. Recently, I just came back this weekend from the LA area in Santana. Este fin de semana, recientemente, acabo de regresar de hacer unas presentaciones. On Saturday, I had a poetry night in Santana, this theater in the Santana College, Community College. We were more than 20 Latin American poets presenting in Spanish. Más de 20 poetas latinoamericanos presentamos poesía clásica y contemporánea, classic poetry and contemporary poetry. I performed one of my poems, poesía contemporánea, contemporary poetry. Un poema que hice y que voy a estar compartiendo con ustedes en un momento. It was excellent. It was on stage in a big theater. So that was one that I did in Santana. Also on Saturday, I went to the city of Linwood in the LA area to the gallery, Encuentro Latino Art Gallery. En la ciudad de Linwood estuve este sábado también. Se llama la Galería Encuentro Latino, Galería de Arte. Allí mi trabajo se está exponiendo en este momento, porque aparte de compartir en escenario, de recitar mi poesía, también me gusta exhibir mi poesía. Besides performing my poetry, I like to exhibit my poetry. This is my first official exhibit that I do. And if you happen to be in the LA area, the Encuentro Latino Art Gallery is located in the 11225 Long Beach Boulevard. in Linwood, California, zip code 9062. Encuentro Latino Art Gallery. They can Google it or they can go in
and
Facebook and
yeah,
find it. So my poetry is on exhibit there.
So when you say exhibit, you mean like you literally have something on the wall?
Yes. When I say exhibit, my poetry has been framed. And it's on the walls. It's here, there, everywhere.
Oh, that's wonderful.
In the gallery.
Oh my
and
gosh.
It's I do create in both languages, English and Spanish. Yo creo en los dos idiomas, inglés y español. Entonces mi poesía está exhibida, escrita de mi puño y letra en las paredes de la galería. Encuentro Latino.
Qué bien, qué bien. Oh my goodness, that's wonderful.
Thank you.
So it sounds like you've been exposed. You've had the opportunity to showcase your work in many places.
Yes,
That's
definitely. The work that I'm exhibiting right now in Encuentro Latino Art Gallery has been around for 4 years. It's been work that I've been collecting and creating in the past 4 years. Right. Those frames have been exhibited, outside, inside, hanging from trees.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. So this is a very special thing for me that, my work was all put together and it's been there now.
Yeah.
So if you're in the LA area, Linwood, California, in La Plaza Mexico. Plaza Mexico, that's a place where you can find Encuentro Latino Art Gallery.
Okay. And you are from...
Originally, it's a long story. I was born in Zapopan, Jalisco. Nací en Zapopan, Jalisco, México. I was raised in the state of Sinaloa y me criaron en el estado de Sinaloa, México. And then my parents moved to Santa Maria, and I ended up in Santa Maria, California.
Oh my goodness, that's a long way. Yeah, that's a long way. But no, it's wonderful that you're here because now we get to enjoy your poetry. We don't, we are the lucky ones that you are here to share your beautiful words. You will be performing for us today.
Yes.
You're going to be doing what poem?
Escucha a la Madre Tierra, listen to Mother Earth.
Okay, and we're doing Mother Earth, right? Because this is...
Yes, this month we celebrate the Day of Earth.
Yes.
And it's a topic that we should be aware of. Es un tema que debemos de estar conscientes de este tema, de la tierra, de cómo preservar nuestro planeta.
So important. I agree. I like what you say. I like your words because you inspire us. You give us a hopeful message, and I love that. I love that about your work.
Thank you, Patty. This particular poem, this is the one I performed in Santana.
Okay.
And it was wonderful. As an artist, as a poet, sometimes I don't even know where I'm going or how far I'm reaching. So this poem went beyond my expectations. Este poema fue más allá de mis expectativas.
That's wonderful. I have been lucky to have seen you perform, and I can tell you, I got tears. You touched me. When I heard the words, and I hear them in Spanish, and then sometimes you also recreate them in English, which is beautiful, because it kind of gives all of us an opportunity to understand and appreciate your work. So I'm so lucky to have heard all your poems and seen what you've done.
Thank you, Patty. That's one of my goals, to penetrate, to go beyond the soul of my readers, my fans. So I want to establish a connection between my soul and the soul of my readers.
Oh, I think you're doing it.
My audience.
You're doing it.
Thank you.
I'm hoping this will be another chance, another avenue for people to see what you brought and how you are able to share your beautiful words. We did a beautiful project on the beach to a beautiful poem. Just give me a few. What was the name of the poem?
Yes, this poem is called Palabras en las Venas, Words in My Veins.
Yes.
And it was an interesting project, Patty, because we never thought it was going to end up like this. It started as something else, and as we were creating, your creation, your creativity and my creativity, and
blended.
This other musician creativity, we got together, and the final product is there, Palabras en las Venas, Words in My Veins.
Yes, I enjoyed that so much. I was taking some pictures of you, and when I saw your movement and the location, because we were on the beach, I just visualized it, and the words blended so well with everything we did. So I was really lucky, and then to have my musician friend, Mikhail Tank, who it does beautiful music. He came on board and gave me some of his wonderful instrumentals. That
From
worked out
Russia,
beautiful.
right?
He's from
So,
Russia. I know, so we got a whole
talent from
Colombia,
Colombia.
Mexico, and then a Russian.
In Russia.
Yeah.
So it was an interesting project. And
It was wonderful.
I really enjoyed it. So it's beautiful. It's touching.
Yeah.
And I know it's in Spanish, but who knows? I do have it in English. Who knows later? Maybe we
Yeah,
can share
you
it
can share
en
in
English.
English.
Lo pudiéramos compartir en el futuro en inglés. El
Sí.
poema está en español.
Salió muy bello, muy
Gracias,
bello poema.
gracias.
So today you're going to perform for us.
Yes.
And again, can you tell me the name of the poem
Yes,
again?
it's going to be in Spanish. Va a ser en español. Escucha a la Madre Tierra. Listen to Mother Earth.
Well, Enedina, it's been so wonderful to have you here. I'm
Thank you.
so happy you could help me, because even doing this show is something wonderful, a new adventure for us as we've been trying all these other great adventures together.
Gracias.
Yeah.
Patty, I wanted to add that that poem is in my book. Este
Yes.
poema se encuentra en mi libro Del puño y mente de una mujer, From the Fist and Mind of a Woman. The book is in Spanish, in the process of being, translated. Yes, but that's my published work right now. Mi trabajo
It's a
publicado.
beautiful book. So if the audience and anyone listening, I hope they have a place to access the book, because the poetry in there is just amazing.
Thank you. If they really want to see it, they can go to the Santa Maria Public Library and check it out.
Oh,
as
it's
well.
at the Santa Maria Public Library.
Yes.
That's excellent.
Yes.
I didn't even know that.
En la Biblioteca Pública de Santa María lo pueden encontrar, Patty.
Ahí va a estar el libro.
Sí.
Ay, qué bien.
Claro.
Well, thank you again. I hope that you continue with your great success and all your
Gracias.
great performances.
Thank you, Patty. Gracias.
Okay.
La hicieron parir una y otra vez, de su fertilidad abusando. La madre tierra se cansó de dar frutos y a seguir pariendo la obligaron. ¿Qué fertilizantes artificiales? ¿Qué ingeniería genética en las plantas? ¿Qué frutas insípidas a crecer forzadas? ¿Qué químicos y más químicos dañando sus entrañas? Ya se cansó la madre tierra de existir. A gritos nos implora que ya no puede más. Rugen sus mares con huracanes y tsunamis. Llora lágrimas de lava a través de sus volcanes. Tiembla de dolor con terremotos. Y nosotros, sus hijos, ni en cuenta de sus males. Pero un día la madre tierra dejará de ser, y como insectos en su piel muerta no tendremos nada que comer. Escuchemos su voz, ahora es el momento. Es cuando debemos oír su llanto y su lamento. Ha envejecido nuestra madre tierra, se cansó de dar vida y de vivir. Se cansó de dar y producir. Ahora, nosotros tenemos que salvarla para que exista y para que también nosotros podamos existir.